They told you freedom was something to be earned. But what if the cage was never made of iron? What if it was made of need? There is a force operating silently beneath every relationship you have ever formed, beneath every loyalty you have ever felt, beneath every moment you told yourself you could not leave. It does not announce itself. It does not appear in the light. It works in the shadows of the human psyche, weaving invisible threads between people. Threads that feel like love, like safety, like necessity itself. This force has a name. It has a strategy. And it was understood with cold, surgical precision by one of history's most dangerous minds. Niccolò Machiavelli saw it clearly, more clearly perhaps than anyone before or since. He understood that the greatest power a person can hold over another is not violence, not wealth, not status. It is the quiet, relentless engineering of need. What you are about to understand will change the way you see every relationship in your life. Not to make you cynical, but to make you free. Most people move through their entire lives convinced that their choices are their own. They believe they love freely. They believe they stay because they want to. They believe the people closest to them have earned that closeness through genuine virtue, through warmth, through something real. But beneath the surface of every social bond, beneath every smile offered at the right moment, every hand extended precisely when you were drowning, there are mechanisms at work. Psychological architectures carefully constructed, whether consciously or not, to ensure that you remain, that you return, that you need. The hidden truth about human relationships is this: dependence is rarely accidental. It is engineered, not always maliciously, sometimes instinctively, sometimes out of fear, but it is shaped, reinforced, and deepened through specific patterns of behavior that exploit the most fundamental vulnerabilities of the human mind. We are wired for attachment. We are wired for security. We are wired to feel that losing certain people would mean losing ourselves. And those who understand this wiring, consciously or unconsciously, possess an extraordinary power over the lives of others. The world appears ordinary only to those who have not yet learned to read its deeper language. Beneath every bond of loyalty, there is either freedom willingly given or freedom quietly stolen. Here is the first thing you must understand. Dependence is not created through grand gestures. It is created through controlled rhythms. The manipulator, the architect of psychological dependence, does not overwhelm you with love all at once. That would be too obvious. Instead, they regulate your access to validation, to warmth, to a sense of belonging. They give generously, then withdraw. They appear when you are weak, then disappear when you are strong. And over time, your nervous system begins to organize itself around their presence. This is not metaphor. This is psychology. The intermittent reinforcement of reward and deprivation creates a pattern in the brain that is almost indistinguishable from addiction. The uncertainty itself becomes the hook. You do not become dependent on the person. You become dependent on the hope of them, on the possibility of the warmth that sometimes, unpredictably, they provide. And here is what makes this insight so uncomfortable. The person engineering your dependence may not even know they are doing it. Many manipulative patterns are not calculated strategies. They are deeply ingrained survival mechanisms learned in childhood, refined through years of unconscious practice. This does not make them less dangerous. An unconscious trap is still a trap. The bars are just invisible. It is better to be feared than loved if you cannot be both. Niccolò Machiavelli. 5 centuries ago, in the cold political landscape of Renaissance Italy, a Florentine diplomat named Niccolò Machiavelli sat down and wrote something that horrified the moral establishment of his time and has never stopped being relevant. In The Prince, Machiavelli did not write about how the world should work. He wrote about how it actually works. He observed courts, wars, alliances, and betrayals with the detached precision of a surgeon, and what he found was not noble, but it was true. He understood that those who hold power do not hold it simply because they deserve it. They hold it because they understand human nature, its vanity, its fear, its desperate need for safety and belonging. The greatest rulers, Machiavelli wrote, were those who could make themselves necessary, not merely admired, not merely feared, necessary. Because a person you admire you can replace, a person you fear you can one day find the courage to defy. But a person without whom you believe you cannot survive, that person holds a power that goes deeper than any weapon. Machiavelli was not teaching cruelty. He was mapping the invisible architecture of influence. He was revealing that the most durable bonds between people are not built on love alone. They are built on the carefully cultivated belief that without this person, something essential in you would be lost. This is the oldest strategy in the Book of Power, and it is being executed around you every day. To understand how dependence is created, you must first understand what the subconscious mind is truly hungry for. The deepest hunger of the human psyche is not pleasure. It is not even love in the romantic sense of the word. It is security, the felt sense that you are not alone, that you will not be abandoned, that the world contains at least one constant in the shifting chaos of existence. This hunger is ancient. It was wired into you long before you had language to describe it, long before you could distinguish between genuine care and the skillful performance of care. The child who did not attach to a caregiver did not survive. The adult who carries this programming cannot simply choose to override it. The manipulator, intentional or not, learns to position themselves as the answer to this hunger. They study, consciously or intuitively, which emotional wounds you carry. They appear precisely where those wounds are raw. They offer exactly what you have been taught to believe you cannot provide for yourself: validation, purpose, the feeling of being truly seen. And slowly your belief system is rewritten. You begin to believe that your emotional stability is located inside another person, that your sense of worth is something they grant, not something you possess, that their approval is oxygen and their withdrawal is a kind of suffocation. This is not weakness. This is the exploitation of the most human thing about you, your capacity to need, to connect, to trust. The most sophisticated trap always uses the best part of its target against them. The most dangerous chains are the ones you wove yourself, from threads someone else handed you. Here, then, is the revelation that this entire journey has been building toward. Manipulators do not create dependence by making you need them. They create dependence by making you forget that you never needed them to begin with. The true architecture of psychological control is not built from the outside. It is built from the inside, from the careful, patient dismantling of your own self-sufficiency. Through subtle undermining of your confidence, through reframing your independent instincts as dangerous or selfish, through manufacturing crises that only they can resolve, through ensuring that every moment of genuine peace you experience is somehow connected to their presence. Over time, you do not just depend on them. You become afraid of yourself without them. You begin to believe that your own judgment cannot be trusted, that your own emotions are too much, that without their stabilizing presence you would simply fall apart. This is the masterwork of psychological manipulation, not the creation of a prisoner, but the creation of a jailer within. A voice inside you that speaks in their vocabulary, that enforces their limits as if they were your own instincts, that makes you the agent of your own captivity. Machiavelli understood this because he watched princes do it to entire populations. The most powerful rulers, he observed, did not need armies in every household. They only needed the people to believe they needed the ruler more than they needed themselves. The same principle operates in every relationship where one person has surrendered their inner authority to another. The cage is real, but the lock is always on the inside. So how does one begin to reclaim what has been quietly surrendered? The first and most essential step is awareness, not the aggressive, reactive awareness of someone who has just discovered they have been deceived, but the still, clear-eyed awareness of an observer. Begin to notice the moments when your emotional state becomes entirely dependent on another person's behavior. Notice when your sense of worth rises or falls based on their approval or disapproval. These moments are information, not weakness. The second step is self-inquiry. Ask yourself, what need is this relationship actually meeting? Not the story you tell about it, the actual need. Security, validation, a sense of purpose, identity. Once you can name the need, you can begin to explore whether you are capable of meeting it within yourself. Because in almost every case, you are. The third step is the disciplined practice of self-reference. Before reaching outward for validation, pause. Ask your own inner voice what it perceives, what it values, what it knows. This is not isolation. It is the rebuilding of the internal authority that dependence erodes. Meditation and self-observation are not spiritual luxuries here. They are tools of psychological reclamation. The ability to sit quietly with your own emotional states, without fleeing into someone else's narrative, is the most direct path back to yourself. You cannot free yourself from a dependency you have not yet fully seen. But once you see it, truly see it without flinching, the process of dissolution has already begun. Machiavelli was condemned for centuries for revealing the mechanisms of power. But perhaps his real crime was something quieter. He refused to pretend that human beings are something other than what they are. We are creatures of need. We are creatures of fear. We are creatures of immense vulnerability and immense strength. The same nature that makes us susceptible to manipulation also makes us capable of extraordinary clarity, extraordinary courage, extraordinary love that does not grasp or control. The hidden truth at the center of everything Machiavelli observed, everything psychology has confirmed, everything the deepest traditions of self-knowledge have whispered across the centuries is this: power over another person is only possible when that person has abandoned power over themselves. You are not dependent because you are weak. You are dependent because someone understood how to make you forget your own strength. And the moment you remember it, truly remember it, in the silence beneath all the noise, no cage that was ever built from need will be able to hold you.